Hi there.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. Thank you so much for meeting with me today.
Oh, sure, of course. Thank you for meeting with me.
Yeah, no, definitely. I was just looking over your stats, man. Looking pretty good. I can't believe we got 10 text messaging leads already. That was,
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's one of my questions. It's like, so I kind of got my little handwritten note out and where the heck did it go? I just had it. But that's what I had leads. I had 13 leads from Texas, and maybe I'm wrong.
oh wow. Did you? Well, yeah. Let me pull it up
And
here.
it's fine. It's from manual calculation. So it very well could be
No,
off.
you're good. You're good. I got let me see. Let me get you. I'm gonna get pulled up here. We'll do a screen share for you. Oh, I see. You had two campaigns running. I was only looking at one
I
of
have
them.
no idea what I'm doing because I gotta be honest. Gotta be honest with you. All of these records were imported into lead. What do you call it? Land profit generator. I get
Yes.
you guys.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
So what I pulled up, what I want to send to you was Chatham County in Georgia, and that's what I had on my screen. I said export. Export the records, and so I thought it was Chatham, Georgia. I was exporting, but apparently it is Oklahoma and North Carolina.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
It
was like,
sure is.
what the hell?
It sure is. Well, the good news is the results have just been amazing.
I think they've
Um,
been good, right?
yeah, no, they're very good. I'll do a screen share and I'll give you a little
Okay.
breakdown of what I'm seeing. So it's very uplifting to see this. So yeah, we split the campaign up into two markets for you. We do that on purpose. So
Okay.
that way we can track the results separately as well. Let me just make sure my laptop's not about to die. Okay, I think I got a couple minutes here. Um, whoops. But so we've got a couple of these campaigns. So this is going to be the Oklahoma campaign first. All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
So far, we've done 266 dials. 22 people have picked up, and one have become a lead, which is good. Not too bad. But we should start seeing more coming in soon as more dials get done.
Okay. Okay. 266 calls. Okay.
Yeah. 22 people answered, and then one became a lead, uh, which is good because our first lead actually came in probably about 150 dials. So we should be seeing our next lead pop up any second now. You'll see with lead gen, there's the averages never lie. Like you'll start seeing averages occur, which is cool. The next cool part was out of the 22 people we spoke with, only two people told us that we had the wrong number, which
Okay.
is
That's good,
awesome.
right?
Yes, that's really so 91% of the people we spoke to did own the piece of land we were calling about. Uh,
Good.
that is, yeah, that's awesome. And then our contact rate was 8.27%, which I'd say that is perfectly average. We normally average 7 to 9%. Anything below 7 is not that good. Anything above 9 is great. Okay, is a
So what
really
does that mean, Nick?
so what that means is how many people are answering versus calls going out. So this is the 22 answers on the 266. That equals the 8.27.
Okay.
And those numbers are pretty good there.
Okay.
This upcoming week they dropped. So I'll have to take a look into that. Is that this week that we're in? So I'll take a look into that as well. And then the text messaging is doing really well. Your other one's way better, but the text messaging is also doing good. 629 texts were sent. 33 people actually replied, and then 4 of those became a lead, which
So
is
this is my question for you, Nick. What do you consider a lead versus a response?
a lead. A response is a lead is a positive response, is what a lead is.
Lead
So
equals positive response.
right,
Like,
so
yeah, sure. Give me an offer.
right, exactly, yeah, anything headed in some type of direction that we agree with, right? A good way to put it is a maybe plus. Okay.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah.
plus. Okay.
Anyone who's on the fence or greater, we are going to want to send to you and keep the conversation going. Okay.
Gotcha.
And the texting leads, you will notice they are much uglier leads. They generally need more work, and with land, it's actually pretty. They're kind of like warmed up blind offers, right? We say, hey, have you ever considered selling? Yes, great. Shoot me over your email. I'll get an offer to your inbox. Right.
So it's what do you say? So text equals blind offer. They're a little bit better than blind offer.
I would call like a warmed up blind offer.
Warmed up blind offer. Okay, warmed up.
Very, and then it's like very direct. What I recommend you do on a texting lead is call them up and say, hey, you were just talking. I wouldn't ever go out of your way to say texting, but hey, you were just talking to one of my team members about the 3-acre piece of property that you own. And I just want to let you know, we are going to be getting an offer out to you. I'm going to do some due diligence. And if you have any questions about that offer, just call me back on this phone number and I'd love to talk about it. Right.
Okay, because that was one question. I have a whole list of questions for you.
Great.
I just worked on it, but it's like, I was actually just because we have this big snowstorm coming. You on the East Coast too, right?
Yeah, we have a big storm coming too. There must be something ugly coming through. Because
some really ugly. So I have a horse farm. I have to, make sure. So I was running behind this morning. Usually I'm a little bit more organized, but I had a list of questions, and that was, what do I do with these leads now? And I didn't want to just hear this.
Yeah.
So what did I say? Okay, what is considered a lead, and what happens next is, so call text recipients, and just say that, because I have their mailing addresses. So I don't like to just like, some of them have requested, text me the price, but there's I'm in real estate, so there's price in their terms. So I don't want to throw a price out for them.
Right.
Because with, land profit generator, we absorb the real estate commission. If there is one, we absorb all the other stuff. So they need to be aware of that too.
Gotcha. So with us, what I like to do with land is not ask them their price first. So I think that it's best for us. I always say we want to start at our lower price and work up before they start with their higher price and work down.
Okay. Would you negotiate with them over the phone, or do you send an offer?
I would not negotiate with them. What I would recommend would be to call every lead and say, you just spoke to so-and-so. They said you were interested in selling. I am going to send an offer over in the next 48 hours. And if you have any questions, or if we are close on price, I just want you to feel free to call, because I really do want to buy this piece of land.
Okay. Any questions, or
if we're close on price?
If we are close on price. And I've been starting to watch some of your videos, and they're really good, because it sets a really good tone of how to approach a call. I haven't finished it. I'm just new to this. Okay. So if you have any questions, or if we're close on price, please give me a call.
Yeah.
A call to discuss.
And then what you're doing there, your goal here is for you to be extremely vulnerable. And basically the point you're trying to get across is, hey, if you don't like the offer, let me know, right? That's the whole point. It's the whole point of that, of that aspect.
If you don't like the offer. Okay, like offer.
Yeah, let me know. Hey, just let me know. If you think I've undervalued it.
In general with you, when you have land, I know land profit generator, they have their own categories. What is your target in general with land?
So for me, you're talking about for like making the offer?
Yeah.
I would, it really depends on how much you know about the value, but after you run comps, I would definitely do like 35 to 45% of the market value on the first offer.
Okay. And that's exactly what they are. And then when you go up to like the 100, when you stay at like 200, then they go from 50 to 60%.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
okay. So similar mindsets.
And the trick is to always leave it open to where you can have that conversation with them. The real goal is that when I send you an offer, if you don't like it, I still want you to call me about it if you want to sell, because maybe I missed something. You want to have that attitude. So even if someone calls you up and they're like, this property is worth way more than that. Hey, hey, maybe I missed something. Oh my God. Is there an ocean Is there any water on the property, or is there a mountain view nearby? You know,
Because
so
that is really a big thing, because a lot of these, like you go to North Carolina, and I was trying to price something out yesterday, and actually going to talk to my coach tomorrow, but there was like a lot of the lots go for like 90 to 150,000, and then the one that's sold for 10. And it's like, does it not have a view? Which ones have the view? I mean, how
right.
do I know that?
That's right. So whenever you think, I always try to diffuse someone else's frustration by being on their side. Well, my property is worth more. Awesome. Tell me about it. I would love this property to be worth more too. So, you know what I mean? So you almost like,
Okay.
okay, oh,
We're
was
on the
there
same team. The more money it's worth, the better we all are.
Exactly. That's exactly right. And you just,
Perfect.
when you remind someone that you're on their team, it's like, look, I want to pay you more too, if it's worth more.
Why wouldn't I,
Exactly. And
Okay.
that when you carry that attitude, you diffuse their frustration
Okay.
too, because you're actually on the same team. You're like, look, hey, maybe I miss, and I think a great question is, maybe I missed something. Tell me about the property's features. I think is a great question. Maybe we missed something in the features, right? Is there any water on it? Is there any mountain views or anything? And I
Tell me
think,
about the features I missed.
right, exactly.
Which you
Yeah,
might have missed.
that's right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's a good place.
All
And
right.
then I'll cover this next campaign with you real quick. The other one, even though these results were better, I mean, we're definitely seeing a lot of results in North Carolina, which is good.
Yeah, and
And
this
so,
is one question. We can go over these, and I do have a question about that, because Oklahoma, I didn't tend, I'm fine. Everything's great. I'm super happy. I probably don't want to continue with Oklahoma. I'd rather to go to North Carolina, because if you buy Oklahoma right now, it's a little bit of a hard time to sell.
okay.
See what
I
I'm
can have
saying?
my team. Yeah, I can have my team pause that. One of my team members are in here, Brenzi. She's my executive assistant. She will have them um, pause that campaign for you and stop that one as
Yeah,
well.
and there's the other one that I have two counties. I think it's Bryan County in Oklahoma. They're a pain in the neck to work with. You have to have a subscription to go in and get the tax cards and stuff. But I think
Oh,
that'll be
really?
later on. And again, because I was so surprised of how the list downloaded, I was going to ask you, next time I do a campaign, can I just ask you to not do any of the Oklahomas, and it's
To
just
double
mainly
check.
kind of,
Yeah. Well, yeah. And next time you pull a list too, you could also have us double check it if you want. So like, feel free to send it to us and be like, hey, this list should be this city and state. Can you just take a look at it and let me know
yeah.
that everything. So we can also, we can make sure Oklahoma's off, and then you can also confirm with us
Okay.
as
Let
well
me
about
just put a little bit of thought into that, because if I get the people again, they're dead of winter right now. It's not a very hot season where, everybody
right. Good
down
point.
south.
Good point.
So it's
Yeah.
just learning process. It's all good. Okay. Okay, let's go through the stats, and then I'll have two more questions for you, and that's about it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and then these ones also turned out very good. We did 351 dials in North Carolina. 37 people picked up the phone, and one became a lead.
Okay.
And again, only 2 people told us that we had a wrong number. So really accurate
good.
phone numbers. Yeah. The contact rate was much higher on this one, 10.54%. So we spoke to a lot more of the people. And then our accuracy rate was also really high, 95%. So 10.5% people answered, which is great. That's in that great range of contact rates. And then 95% accuracy is also super high.
Okay.
Only 2 people told us we had the wrong. And then your text messages really blew up here. I mean, this was crazy. We did 371 text messages. 33 people replied, and 10 of those became leads, which that's a great sign. We're seeing a couple signs here to drop Oklahoma. One, the contact rate's better in North Carolina, and 2, the accuracy rate, and then the lead flow is almost triple what it was in Oklahoma too. In Oklahoma, if you remember, you had 4 leads on 600 texts, which is still amazing. Don't get it wrong. But in North Carolina, we had 10 leads on 370.
Yeah.
So much
I
different.
think we got it, but we better stick with North Carolina.
Yeah, that's the one.
All right, North Carolina is the one. Sounds good. Yeah, because again, I have another county in the records to download it. So I don't know how to, again, I have a coaching call tomorrow if I have electricity, and I'm going to ask him how to continue and download from now on so we don't double,
Yeah.
I took the number down
That's a
where
good point. New
stopped.
areas, right?
How do I know? I wanted from, property identification number 1691. How do I download? So anyhow, so that's what I have to figure out. Okay. All right. So I think we're dropping Oklahoma. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Any question? We replies, blah, blah, blah. What do I have? You okay? So a couple more questions.
Yeah.
How do I contact the leads? So that we already covered that.
Yeah.
Text offers. So again, should I, if I don't have an email and it's a text message, how do I get the offer to them? Do I mail them? I mail them, right?
Well, so what I would do is I would actually, if you call them and get them on the phone, I would ask them what their email is.
Okay. And
is
say,
what I would
otherwise
do.
it will be mailed to you, which is fine too.
That's correct. That is correct. And one thing that's important whenever you ask for an email, don't just ask them for the email. Let me get an email so I can send you an offer. Some people think, I don't want to communicate on email. No. I'm not going to communicate with you on email. I'm going to send you an offer through the email. Do you understand like the difference? I'm going to communicate with you over the phone like a regular person.
Okay. So I think that's really important that because I made up my own list of how to prepare offers and stuff. How I tend to work. So I think there's something to my list that I can say offer sent via email, keep communicating via however they want to. And then the phone number. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The last one is when should I start my next campaign? So this is a 2-week campaign.
Yeah. And so this one should be ending. Is it at let me see what we got.
It should probably be ending next week.
That was a bazooka. Yeah, that's right. And then, so yeah, I mean, you could sign up whenever you'd like. We can generally start very quick. And whenever you sign up, you can give us a start date. So whenever you do sign up, you could just tell us like the Monday after next. And then we will go through with that.
Okay. I just want to make sure I don't get overloaded because I am really so brains.
Yeah.
Again, I've been in real estate in New Hampshire and I've only done large property and now I'm in neighborhoods. And to me, it's like really tedious. Yeah. So I'll probably next week talk to my coach, figure out, get some pricing going. I want all of these taken care of and then I'll just sign up because you are so very quick to kick into action. So I just want to make sure I get the right list to you and the right leads.
Perfect. So, and then I also recently created an onboarding course as well. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll get that emailed over to you. And even if it's like a 25-minute course that I created, there's also other courses in there I give away completely free, but it may also answer some additional questions that maybe you forgot to ask, if that makes sense. So I created it because I do have so much knowledge to share. And then like, in case someone didn't ask, I didn't want to be like, oh crap, they didn't ask. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I didn't tell them. So Brenzy just posted it in the chat. If you click that link, it will give you a chance to sign up. It's completely free. And then all of my courses are in there.
I think I already did this. I'm not sure I did, but I've been watching a lot. No, I think I got this and I kind of, but let me just, I think I actually put in my bookmarks. Let me just see if I can.
No worries. I just want to make sure it's new. So I just want to make sure everyone's getting it.
Lead mining course interaction area. Is that the one?
That's the one.
Okay. I already got it bookmarked.
Rock and roll. Okay. You're all set then.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Those are the courses I've been watching, I think. No, this is really helpful. I think I'll probably wait another week, maybe 10 days for the next campaign to finish up what I got going here. So what are you doing with all these leads? Are you calling them back or, you call them once, you call them once and you text them how many times?
Yeah, so we call them up to 3 times and we text them once. And then if they do not reply, if they reply positively to the text, we keep texting them for free.
Text once. If response, if it's positive, you'll keep on Text
Yeah,
one,
well, yeah, exactly. We'll keep the conversation going.
if text is positive. Okay, you will keep on, you will. So I think it's been a really good, I think it's been a good campaign, right?
No, yeah, very good. Very good. Yeah, we're averaging about a lead every 250 dials right now on the dialing, and then the text messaging has just been blowing up, which is great. So it is good.
Okay, so positive, you'll keep texting. All right. So what would a like out of the world campaign response be?
Your texting is there. Your texting is already there. 10 leads on 300 texts is great.
Yes.
And then the calling would be 1 lead in every 100 dials would be amazing. It's like super amazing. Right now, your average at 1 in about 200 to 250 is where you are right now. But we're also early into the dials. We only knocked out 200 to 300. So we don't really know till we get like 1,000, if you will, sometimes about that. But yeah.
Okay, so are you done calling, or have you contacted all the leads?
No, we're not done calling. I think
Okay, perfect.
we're only about halfway through on the
Okay,
call.
perfect. Oh gosh. Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. So there is more coming. There's more
Oh,
coming.
sounds good, Nick. Holy shit. It was like, so I'm getting my system down how to handle all this, and then I'll
Yeah.
call Gary tomorrow. I don't know if you know Gary with
Yeah. Pendergast.
yes, he's my
Yeah.
coach.
He's awesome. I love
He's
that
so
guy.
good. We laugh a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. He's so calming. He's so calming too. He's a
I
very
know,
calm man.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. He actually pulled me out. I got assigned to another coach. I don't know why. He said, why don't you, he didn't really say that, but he kind of hinted. I was like, yeah, Gary, we're on. He got the best sense of humor. So
I love that. I love that. Yeah. And
yeah.
then if you need anything from me, you just let me know as well. All right.
Okay, sounds great, Nick. Thanks a lot. This makes sense. I'll
Thank
pass
you.
it
My
on to
pleasure.
Gary.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll chat
pleasure here.
soon. Bye
Okay,
bye.
bye.